Formed over 2 million years ago, Slovenia's caves are true wonders that have to be seen to be believed. So in this video, we're going to take you to 3 of the most popular caves in Slovenia. We'll take you to the largest underground cave in the world, a very unique cave castle, and on an unforgettable train ride through one of the most beautiful caves in Slovenia. All in this episode of Lucas World Travel.
So we're David and Kendra, and this is country number 27 on our world tour. We spent 2 weeks in Slovenia marveling at the beautiful places around the country. So now we're going to take you underground to see what lies beneath.
So our first stop was Skocjan Cave. Now this is a massive underground cave network, one of the largest in the world, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of that fact. It's also very popular, as you can see by the long line of people in our tour group. So the first part of the cave, you're not allowed to take any pictures or video, but on the second part you can. So we'll show you what that's like. And this is the river that made this cave. It's called Reka River, or in Slovenian, Reka Reka, because Reka means river in Slovenian. When we first entered the cave, I was like, yeah, this is cool, but did I really need to take this tour? I wasn't very impressed. But once we walked into the grand chamber, into that big, huge, expansive space, I was like, wow, this is why I came. This is awesome. So it is worth it, guys. Now, there are over 800 steps going up and down this tour. So if you're a little bit mobility challenged, it might not be the best cave for you.
Our next stop was Predjama Castle. It's one of the largest cave castles in the world. It was built over 800 years ago in the 13th century. During the 15th century, it actually fell under siege, in which time it took a year to penetrate its defenses. You'll never guess what the weakest point of the castle was.
So with a window like this, they can see the drawbridge and the moat below and drop boiling hot water and hot tar on any invaders. Because that's what castles are for defense. And if they were ever under attack, they could escape through the cave up these stairs. So the knight who lived in the castle had a lot of enemies, you guys. Even his servants were finished serving him. So the servant portrayed him by letting the enemies know when he would be on the toilet. He put up a flag. Then the enemy threw a cannonball directly into the lavatory, blowing the knight up and ending the siege at last. So, if you're ever wondering, the weakest part of a castle is the toilet. But you know how most museum audio guides are kind of dull and boring? The one at Predjama Castle is definitely not that. It was very entertaining and interesting, all the stories that it had to share. So I really do highly recommend checking out the tour at the Predjama Castle.
Our last stop was Postojna Cave, and this is one you really want to see. It's huge. You actually take a train ride through it, and the stalagmites and the stalactites are phenomenal. You see so many of them, and they're just gorgeous to see. So I highly recommend you see this one.
Bought separately, tickets to Predjama Castle and Postojna Cave cost around €40. so you can save a few euro by buying them together. Now, all of these caves can be seen with a day trip from Ljubljana. To see all three, it's best if you rent your own car and drive yourself, but you can see 2 of the 3 if you book a tour as well. You usually think of caves being dark and dreary places, but I found visiting these caves to be truly enlightening, and I would highly recommend them as a thing you should do when you come to Slovenia. I'm really glad we made time to go, and you will be too. Well, next stop is Piran, one of the few coastal cities in Slovenia. So make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can follow our journey throughout Slovenia. And also check out all our other Slovenia travel guides right here. Well, that's our journey, and good luck in planning yours.
It's actually one of the largest castles